Today is in fact a special day. Yes, Yaro, I'm sorry my man, I'm borrowing your line. It's just because today is so special. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla finally got a Zenkai and I am excited. One of my Universe 6 gals finally getting a Zenkai and getting an improvement to actually be usable. Caulifla is actually usable now. I mean, now we wait for Kale, although I'd love to see a new, thinner, slimmer Kale, the controlled Super Saiyan 2 Kale, not the big Berserker one. Don't like that one as much, but still, I'd take a Zenkai for it. Regardless, Caulifla is good. She does big time damage, especially strike damage, and especially against Saiyans. She absolutely demolishes Saiyans. That Green Goku Black, if he comes up against a Caulifla, that man is going down fast. She's dropping bombs on that man with her color advantage, damage against Saiyans, man. It's OP. It's unfair.
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
With it, she's not super OP for any of you wondering. She's not Gohan or 18, but this is the new wave of Zenkais where they're not ridiculously OP, but they're good. They're good and they help their teams, and I prefer that much more, that these units don't completely break the meta every time we get a new Zenkai and it's just like, oh, well, you need this one if you're gonna compete. Nah, you can pick which one goes with the team you run and you can run them. It's a lot better that way, at least that's how I feel about it. With this in mind, you're probably wondering, well, should I Zenkai Caulifla? And if you have enough CC, go for it. But I will remind you, in about a week, we will probably be getting our new monthly LF, if I had to guess. Assuming they don't change up the trend that they have been going on for 2021 so far, giving us a new LF every month. And with our current trend of getting an all-star banner that included a Universe 6/Rival Universe character in Hit, then we got a Zenkai for Universe 6/Rival character in Caulifla, I could see the LF resembling a Rival Universe character. In my heart, in my bones, I just have this weird feeling that it's going to be an LF Kefla. Now, I'm not quite sure how they would change her up from the Kefla we already have, which, if you didn't know, in 2 weeks, that Kefla is a year old. It'll be 1 year since we got that Kefla, and Dragon Ball Legends loves to put out some hype stuff like they did with Kefla last year before Anniversary to get you to spend your CC, so you don't have as much and you have to spend some money on Anniversary because they love money. They're a business, it makes sense. I mean, who doesn't love money? Everyone loves money. Regardless, I just have this feeling that we'll be getting an LF Kefla. It's like I want to say I'm like 60-40 on it. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling where I'm like, I feel like there's no way we get an LF Kefla, but at the same time, my mind's like, well, maybe we do. You know, it's like that weird feeling. And if we do, you know, I'll be fine with that. I'll spend all my CC I could possibly scrounge up, every last drop of it to try and get her, and as high stars as possible. I mean, that would be insane. LFs, of course, now kind of, you know, go with all sorts of characters. We got the one-armed Gohan who got an LF. Rose got an LF, so it's showing, you know, villains can get one. I don't see why Kefla wouldn't get one. She's a popular character, a big-time unit for both Rival Universe and girls, and then Universe 6, although that tag doesn't really matter anymore. The individual universe tags really don't matter anymore since everyone from those are just going to be Rival Universe from now on. With it though, being 1 year from Kefla coming out, this current trend of, again, Hit Caulifla, I just see it. I just see it. I assume you would also be interested in what would be an LF Kefla. If you like Caulifla, I'm going to assume you also like Kefla. So I would say hold off on maybe Zenkai and Caulifla right now if you don't have a ton of CC and you would be interested in potentially that. We'll find out in the upcoming week who will probably be the LF, assuming that, again, they keep the trend of every month giving us a new LF. And if it is in fact Kefla, well, hey, now you have your CC saved. If you pull Kefla early, you can still go and Zenkai Caulifla if you want to. Her banner's not going away for a while. You got some time on your hands. So I'm just telling you all, save your CC for now until we could potentially see who the next LF is in about a week. If we don't get one in a week, then hey, maybe just go for Caulifla or maybe wait another week. That's up to you at that point, but I would assume we'll probably get a new LF next week. So, assuming it's Kefla, she would probably be Super Saiyan 2, just like the Kefla we got last year. I doubt they would make a transforming LF Kefla, but I would not be against it. If we got one, I would cry, tears of joy. Tears of joy if we got a transforming LF Kefla, but I just doubt it. So assuming she would be Super Saiyan 2 again, I feel they'd make her a blast unit just to make her different from the other Kefla we already have. Because if there's just two strike-based Super Saiyan 2 Keflas, there's no difference between the two except one now is an LF and harder to get than the other one. That's about it. So that's why I assume she'd be Blast. Maybe she could just be like the Blast version of her normal self, which, hey, I would be fine with. She changed her strikes to blasts when she swapped in, and she got more blast damage every time she used a blast. She had that card draw speed, essentially just a new version of the other Kefla, but now blast-based, I'm 100% down for that because that'd be stupid too. It'd be ridiculous. She would probably have her LF be very similar to the end of with her fight with UI, where, you know, she's shooting energy beams in all directions, the energy balls are flying around, and then she hits them with the I win. Although, unlike in the anime, she hits Goku and, you know, or whoever your opponent is, and beats them. Then the big legendary finish screen pops up, something like that. I know that's pretty similar to the Kefla we already have, but Kefla's appeared one time and fought one fight. So, like, it's not like she's got a whole lot to go off of. In terms of uniques, if she is blast-based, I'd love to see some sort of uniques to give her more blast damage, maybe give more blast damage to her teammates, and then have something involving, you know, getting more ki back, maybe on switch in or opponent switch in, and then having something around in her kit that has to deal with card draw speed. I feel like that would be great. That would be honestly wonderful. So, not a whole real lot to really go off of here, except for the fact that we've just recently gotten 2 new Universe 6, well, not 2 new. Caulifla's been in the game, she got a Zenkai, but you know what I mean. Essentially, it's like getting a new character, because you can actually use her again, maybe for once, really, ever, to be honest. But still, that's my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Who you think the LF is going to be? Do you think it could be Kefla, or do you think it's going to be someone completely, entirely different, not related to the whole Universe 6 rival universe? Which is, again, it's a possibility, and one that I would not be surprised by, but I thought I'd put this idea out there for you all. If you enjoyed the video, though, make sure you slap a like, subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it very much, and as always, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy out there, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.